Can my wife or my partner and I travel out of Australia? Yes. Then the question is, the bridging visa A is say no travel. Hello, my name is Han. I am the immigration lawyer. I have an office in Australia, in Sydney, and an office in Saigon, Vietnam. Obviously, I have a lot of clients who come from all over Australia, and mostly the visa applicant are in Vietnam. But I do have some clients come from other countries too. So I do make quite a lot of video in Vietnamese. But I do wish to make some video in English, hopefully to reach some sponsor and help the sponsor of spouse, fiance, partner visa application to have a little bit understanding of Australian law, so to help them feel more confident in sponsoring a partner. So in this video, I like to talk about what happened after you sponsor a visa applicant and after you lost that such a sponsorship and visa application for your spouse or your partner in Australia. So obviously you would know that when a person is in Australia and the visa application, visa condition is not, that's not the condition that impose a condition that doesn't allow the person to lodge another visa application, then you can lodge it. Say for example, the tourist visa that your partner does not have condition 8503, then you can lodge she can lodge the visa application for spouse or de facto in Australia. Or your partner is in Australia on a working visa, student visa, thing like that, you can sponsor your partner on a spouse or partner visa, right? And what happened? What happened if after you lost it? Say that's the question. What happens is, say for example, a person comes to this country on a tourist visa. Obviously that person mostly likely to have 90 days for that tourist visa to run out. Then when you lost during the time that she's in Australia, then she's gonna have a bridging visa A, and the bridging visa A say that it is not active. And it will be only active after the 90 days of tourist visa run out. For example, she comes to Australia on the 1st of the 1st of 2025. Then, of course, on the 1st of the April 2025, the tourist visa run out because she passed 90 days entering this country. Then the bridging visa will be effect after the 1st on the 1st of April. Yes, and you can look at her bridging visa and you will see it. So what does that mean? It means that in 90 days on the tourist visa, that person cannot work at all. Yes, but after that 90 days run out, when the bridging visa come into effect, well, that person can apply for Medicare and can apply for a tax file number to work in Australia, because when you are on the bridging visa, you can work, you can study, can work as someone else. Like someone else. Okay, that's the first scenario. Yeah, the second scenario would be that whether she is on a working visa or student visa, then she has to, that bridging visa will only in effect when the student visa run out or the working visa run out, just exactly like what tourist visa is. Yeah. So because the bridging visa is not a main visa, it's not a substantial visa. Substantial visa it's like tourist visa, working visa, student visa. They are substantial visa. Where bridging visa is just a visa that it's not really a visa. It's just a bridging visa. It bridges the gap between the main visa when it's run out and because you lost another visa. That's what the bridging visa is about. Say, for example, and then, well, you have a question. Okay, Ms. Han, during the time that we wait for the decision to be made by the Department of Home Affairs, then can my wife or my partner and I travel out of Australia? Yes. Then the question is, the bridging visa A is say no travel. So if the bridging visa is age is active in action, then you obviously the visa applicant cannot travel. The visa applicant have to apply for bridging visa B in order to travel. That's what she has to do. Yeah, and the bridging visa B normally would have 12-month period. So once she get the bridging visa B granted, then she can depart the country and come back within 12, come back and forth within 12 months. But I will not advise clients to disappear from Australia for such long time. So if you travel to Australia because of some family matter, because of some matter that you out of your control, then you can on the bridging visa B. But obviously because you lost the visa when you are in Australia, and so the Department of Home Affairs office expect you to be mostly in Australia for them to be assessed. And also, my advice is you do not let your spouse travel by herself all the time out of Australia, and you do not go with her. Obviously, for a lot of people, people work full time, so they can't really accommodate their spouse to travel out of Australia every time. And sometimes the parent or the family member of the spouse of that lady, she had problem in Vietnam or in other country, and she needs to travel. This, of course, she has to travel, then she has to travel. But my advice is not all the time, yeah, because you as a couple, you are expected to travel together most of the time, yes. So my advice is like, okay, there are one or twice that she travel by herself, but sometimes you have to travel with her, just because there would be a question about the relationship, why you cannot travel with her all the time, and why she only the person who travel out Australia. That's sometimes the question of genuine relationship. Yes. Okay, so that's the thing. So the bridging visa, say again, the person have bridging visa A. If the visa A active, she can't travel. That person can't travel. In order to travel, that person have to change into bridging visa B. Yes. And then bridging visa B, normally the time will be the 12 months, and she can depart and come back to Australia with and that bridging visa allow her to travel back and forth for 12 months. And after the visa B run out, then you can apply for another visa B. That's no problem. Yeah. And the bridging visa will only stop when there is a grant of your partner or spouse visa. So as the bridging visa is not a substantial visa, and the partner or spouse visa is a substantial visa. And when a substantial visa is granted, then the bridging visa will run out. Yeah. So that's I hope that I can answer some basic question about what happened after we lost a spouse visa or partner visa onshore in Australia. So obviously after that you have a bridging visa. And then the question is, okay, so she has a student visa, and student visa has 3 years to run out. And then what happens if I travel? So obviously she can travel. Obviously it's because substantial visa is higher than the bridging visa. And when the substantial visa, such as working visa or student visa, is still active, then obviously the bridging visa is not active at all. Yeah. And then, of course, she can depart the country using the student visa or working visa. However, recently a lot of cases where a person is on the student visa, they got the visa cancelled during the time they are out of Australia. Say, for example, your spouse, your partner has a bridging visa A, which is not active, and she has a student visa that is active. Yes, and it has 3 years to run out. However, if she travel out of Australia and the Department of Home Affairs for some reason suspect that she is not a genuine student, something like that, and they cancel during the time that she's out of Australia, then she can't come back, because when she get a visa cancelled, obviously the student visa no longer exists. Then she can't come back to Australia at all, because obviously she has no visa to come back. So that's why my advice is, even she has a student visa, my advice would be, she still lost a bridging visa B. so that if she ever get a student visa cancelled when she is out of Australia, at least she has a bridging visa B to come back, isn't it? That's normally what I advise my client. So just be careful. When you say you have working visa, you have student visa in effect, and you don't have to apply for bridging visa B, fine. That's normally is the case because you obviously have a substantial visa to come back. However, if that substantial visa is cancelled during the time you are out of Australia, that's a mess. That is the mess. Then you can't come back. You obviously can't come back. That's why you always should have a bridging visa B, which is not active at the time you fly, but just in case that your main visa, your substantial visa, such as working visa, student visa, and other visa is cancelled, at least you have the bridging visa B to come back to Australia and appeal the decision, or at least wait for the spouse visa application to be finalized, isn't it? So hopefully this video is useful for you, and hopefully it can help some sponsor some question related to after you launch, and whether your spouse can travel out of Australia or not, and what to do if she wants to travel out of Australia. And thank you for listening to me, and you can click like or share my video to other people that need help in immigration, and my contact number is in the video and in my website. And I wish you good luck and have a nice day, and we will see each other again. Thank you so much.